Hey guys, Terry with Heavy Hitch here. Just wanted to finally come out with the new product here that we launched here today. Put out an email and Shannon got a response back right away with our first set ordered. But a lot of guys have been asking for this. We've been putting this out for quite a while that we wanted to do it, and it's to go with our rake wheels. These will work with the 48 and the 60-inch rakes. So whether you have, if you bought it years ago or if you just bought it now, you'll be able to use it on all the above. So I guess when you first get it here, I have a rake that we've already been using for a while and stuff. So I just kind of wanted to show it with my rake on, how to just put the wheels on. And I'll talk a little bit about the installation as far as the 48 and 60 as well. So I guess for right now, I'm mainly talking about the rake wheels here, but we'll touch base on the rake in a little bit. But when you get when you get the stuff in the mail, you'll have, 3 bushings for each side and this pin. So those move up and down freely or whatever. So, and then here is the bracket that holds the wheel on. So, all you have to do is just put the bolt, through. And when you're tightening this down, we'll probably send a washer here. I didn't have one for this here, but when you're tightening this down, you don't want to tighten down too much because you can kind of collapse on, the bearings and stuff in here too. You want it just barely to where it's touching. Otherwise, you'll have some drag on the wheel, so you'll be too tight. But you don't want to mess up the bearings and stuff on the inside too. So. This is made out of 3/8. We do have a little bit of side-to-side give or whatever, but don't grab an impact and tighten it really tight. So that's not going to work out well. But I am on the sit-down job today and also with the impact here, the cordless. So be careful if you're using this. If you just want to use a regular ratchet, I might recommend that a little bit more. But for simplicity here today, I'm going to use this. So right now I do have a little bit too much drag on there, so I will just back that off a little bit. And there, that's a lot better. So that's what you kind of want. You want to give it a little bit of room to kind of move around. That way, if you do catch clumps of dirt, rocks, branches, debris, whatever it is, you do want to have a little bit of room for it to bounce around. So that's all you have to do with that. And we might even install these too. I'm not even sure how we're going to ship these out yet, as we go here or whatever. But this might be installed too, just so that doesn't happen. But as far as installing these here, like I said, this is the one that we've had for a while. This is our first generation. Now we do have a bend up here, and I have that angle right there. So what I'm referring to is the new ones. It's this bend up right here. We did that for strength. So that's why that notch is right there. So it goes over that. But this first version that we came out did not have this bend up here. So it will work, like I said, with the old version and the newer style with the rake angle. That's the only thing that we've really changed. As far as insulation on installing, from when you order these brand new from us, I guess if I was doing it at home, I'd probably, put this on the angle, put it into your tractor, and I would do everything right here. At the shop, we've put it together, just kind of trying to put all these tie-ins in. It's kind of it takes a little bit of patience to get it done. So if you're doing that, I guess this would be my suggestion, is put it in your tractor and try to put it together this way. So you can do what you want or whatever. For the people that have had these for a while, like myself, that I'm, kind of just redoing it here, adding these to it, I guess I took out you know, the second through the fourth one here. I left that one in there just because of all the weight and stuff. I'll put this one in, and then I'll take out this bolt and then install it that way. So with if you have an existing like we have here, we will be sending longer bolts to go with these, because these are thicker. Okay, so we will be sending longer bolts for that. If you order it brand new, the longer bolts will already be in there. And then we'll have directions on that as well. So and I don't know that this is really necessary to leave this one in there, but that does drop down quite a ways. So, you know, if you're moving around, taking stuff apart, you might start losing tines and have it kind of fall apart. So, oops. Grab your other bolts here. When it comes to, you know, this one here, I didn't have any problems on the other side, but you might have to put this at a little bit of an angle to get that started, because you will have some interference here. But if you come in from the front side of the tractor, it should go in there no problem. And then also, you know, we do send the nylocks, so you can see that the rounded, that is on the bottom. That's where it locks in place or whatever. So just make sure that's down. And and again, I like the cordless impacts. They're a lot easier, noisier on your guys' behalf. Make sure that the tine stays, you know, straight when you're tightening it up. So and then on this one here, you will have to put your socket on the bottom side. And there's that. So that's all there is to that. And then as far as we'll have directions of some sort as well, but the configuration of how these go on there, you can adjust it so that the wheels are above the bottom of your tine down here or below it. So depending on what you're trying to do, if you're really trying to move, like grab the debris and everything, you might want it a little lower, whatever. If you're trying to smooth out some dirt or different things like that, you can raise it up in the air. So kind of just gave you guys a bunch of different ideas, or, you know, depths and everything that you can go. So yeah, you guys can adjust these however you want, different depths and everything that you're looking for. So if you bring that underneath there, that one up, and then run that through, and then there's that. So I guess you guys can put these on. There isn't necessarily a right or a left. If you guys want to have the reinforcements inside so it doesn't stick outside, that's entirely up to you. But as far as putting these on there, that's really all that there is to it. You know, adjust this however you want to. You know, you got your 3-point that you can adjust. So this is more level, you know, when you're pulling down. So you'll have to adjust your adjustable top link so this rides the way it should. And then that way your wheels, now with your wheels, if you have your, you know, this tipped up, your wheels may never catch. So I mean, you'll want to make sure that this is level or parallel to the ground, and then your wheels will work the way that they should. So all right, so Shannon did ask a good question after we're done here, whatever. So I thought I'd come back and talk about it a little bit more. But basically, I just put a tape measure on this flat part of the tine coming out, you know, measured there and measured back here to get this level. Okay, so right now, basically, when this is level, these are just touching. So you're not going to gouge down into the dirt and different things like that. Is what the purpose of that is. So, and then now as you raise these up and down, if you were to put this underneath here, then it would pick everything up and you'd be about a 1/2 inch above the surface. So you wouldn't really be taking any dirt. But if you flip-flop these around, then you'd be about 1 inch down into the dirt, you know. So you can kind of adjust that in multiple different ways of what you're after and what you're trying to do, you know. This will be a little aggressive, you know, on like finished or soil that you don't really want to move around. You just want to get some sticks and rocks and different things like that. You might want to put this underneath so it catches just that very top layer and not actually dig into the dirt or really scuff any of the good grass up or anything like that. So, but hopefully that helps a little bit too.